Welcome on the channel mlaautomation. We continue to learn new technologies, to working with the other languages, and currently we go into process of learning PHP. And on today's lessons we're going to separate on two parts. First part is going to be checking the homework, and another part is going to be to learn new things. And as you remember, on the previous home task was to work with the arrays, and currently what we're going to do is we're going to take a look on this part. And as you see, those my few minutes, those of you who first on the channel and don't understand about what is happening here, please take a look on the previous videos. Currently I'm congratulations to those who was already watched who and understands that we working with after each lessons we receiving the homework, and on the next lesson we considering to check the homework. So previously was a situation when we worked with the arrays, and the homework was to place any possible things. For example, we have array. You already know that array is the key starts from the keyword array and there open close parentheses. And inside inside the array we have different combinations. For example, combination of key 1 and the value a, key 8.6 values b, then goes key 1.5 and value c, and etc. So how it's going to, you already probably know the results. So we just confirming the things which we making right now. And let's check what's going to happen. We going first to comment this part. By the way, new information: when we possible to place comments not only 2 slashes but also slash and then star slash. And every time it's other way to place comments, and we can possible to place any text here, and it will be only for us, for those who is working with the code. It's going to be commented. Okay, returning back to our array, we're going to run it. Let's see what's going to show us. Interesting result, right? So what's happened here? We see before it was key 1 and then value a, but at the end in the console we see that it's going 1 and then somehow the d became here. It's quite interesting because the thing is, the interpreter, when we compiling the script, we compiler take interpreter. He's going each line by line, and when he first he saw the key 1 and the value a, but when he came to key true and the to key true in is boolean, but when he converts into integer he becomes 1, and when he becomes 1 he automatically rewrote this key. So after the interpreter came here, he took the d and placed to 1 here after a. So the value became not a but d. Then going b, we have 8. He took float 8.6 and converted it to 8. And then after those we have in 1.5 we don't see value C, because as we spoke about before, 1 and 1.5 was rewrote with the boolean true, and that's why we have only one key with the first key 1 and value D. And also what interesting moments is, you see it's string slash, which keeps slash and has a value some text. So this was interesting example. We also possible just to think if it's we can try to place but question mark is not working. We maybe want to place this kind of symbol, and you see it's error because it doesn't understand. But when we placing it as a string, now let's try to run it. As you see, the script was executed, and we see that the string E, which keeps symbol E, has value C, and it's working. So when it's a string, we possible to place into the key any symbol, not almost any symbol, from the point which we currently testing, and it will be saved and also published to console. So this is it. We ended with the homework, and now we're going to our new topic. And our new topic is pseudo-type iterable. So iterable is a pseudo-type introduced in PHP 7.1. It accepts any array or object implementing the traversable interface. Both of these types are iterable using foreach or for, and can be used with the yield from the within a generator. So what need to understand? I need first understand that iterable, it's not actually the full sense of this word type. It's pseudo-type, and we using it from my experience. When we iterable it, I just saw several times during all of these years in programming, and it not quite often be used. But since he was implemented, and he has sense he has a task in the programming in PHP that and we should understand which task he is in which task we need to consider it. So the iterable can be used in working with the foreach loop. We're going to look on this in the future, and also with the for. And let's take a look now. Let's go to the example and to see what is meant by these words. So we see a function. We currently didn't learn and didn't understand, didn't have any mentioning about this function, but we're going to look on it in the future. But for our example, we're going to consider it. And so we have a function, the keyword function, then goes the name of this function, and then we have a double point, and then iterable. So we have a colon, then going iterable. So these words, or iterable or iterable, it's my apologies for maybe saying wrong, but the thing is, this word is saying that in result we're going to return array or array. So this pseudo-type is showing that this function as a result is going to return array. So going for next. Going next, we make initialization when in value r2 we given empty array. When there is we have a square bracket, but at the same time there is nothing there, so it's mean empty array. Then we using a loop. That's why when we going to return array, in the end we possible to use iterable. All at the same time we can say array here. But the difference is that when we using iterable, in this moment we understand that inside the function is going to be loop. What we currently have loop. If there was no loop here, we was able just to say array. My apologies. In this loop, we working with array. So we need to mention that array specifically not only for work to just to save some information. We able to do any things with the values inside this array. This currently example shows next that in the loop on the each iterations we taking a value of the specifically not value but the key of value, and we using multi-type on 2 and saving this to the array, and then after those we going to have updated array in the result. Also there is a functions in PHP. There is a function not only to work with the type array or string or floats or integer. There is a possibility to work also with another even such small thing pseudo-type as iterable. We able to use function is iterable, which already gives help for understanding that this function is going to check if red is iterable function. Wardump, you already know, it just takes everything that is inside open square open close parentheses and showing on the console. So let's run it and to see what's going to happen. We received true since it's iterable, but when we're going to place array here, let's check once more. It also says true. Okay, let's place int. Now we see error, since integer is the simple numbers, and in the end of this function we returning arrays. That's why it doesn't work as we mentioned before. So this is shortly that gives information that iterable we are using in the functions or in the different areas of our code when we have one working with the array, and this array doing some loops like for or foreach, and in this case we able to use iterable. That's it. This is the end to this video. All your please comment if there is any questions coming up or any suggestions how to prepare better information, how to improve the quality of the content for these videos, and for overall I'm considering and also grateful for any advice which will come up. Thank you so much everyone who was watching this video to the end, and thank you so much for your advices, for subscription, comments, likes, for any kind of support. It's very motivated and gives additional boost of energy and happiness that doing something useful and helpful. So thank you so much once more. I'm grateful for everything, and see you on the next videos. Bye bye.